All right, so I just got back from watching Karate Kid Legends, the latest Karate Kid film. I'm not a huge nostalgic fan of the Karate Kid franchise. I never really watched the first movie when I was younger. I saw it in bits and pieces. Like, I saw the final fight and I saw the training montages, but like any of the other stuff I never saw because it was on TV, but we never owned it. So actually, I didn't watch the full Karate Kid, the first one from the '80s, until I was much older. And then same with the well, I guess it's not really a reboot, but at the time it was. It's kind of like a remake, the one with Jackie Chan in 2010. I also saw that one later as well. So I've always been aware of the franchise, but I've never quite been a fan. I heard the show Cobra Kai is really good. I haven't gotten around to watching it though. But I've only seen the original '80s, the first '80s film, and then the one with Jackie Chan in 2010, which was a remake. But now with this one, they're combining the two. They take place in the same universe, and we got the return of Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, and they're here to help train a new Karate Kid, at least judging by the trailers. So, you know, not a huge fan of Karate Kid, but I don't hate them. I quite like the first one. I think it's great. The Jackie Chan one is and I think I haven't seen the others, which I heard are bad, but this one was pretty bad in my opinion. It's not like a, I can't believe I'm watching this type of bad, but it's just the normal bad movie where you watch it and there's just nothing special about this movie. It does all the Karate Kid stuff. Kid moves to a new place, learns karate, kung fu, whatever, except this time he's going from Beijing to New York. And there's bullies, there's a sweetheart love interest girl, there's a bad dojo. We gotta learn. So this movie doesn't try to change things up at all. Well, that's not entirely fair. It does try to change some things up, but it never fully commits to it. It just wants to hit, what do you want out of Karate Kid movie, and let's just do all of that. It's kind of like the Disney live action remakes, except the stuff that it does change, it doesn't do very well. The biggest issue I feel like with this movie is that it's cliche. It doesn't try to innovate or do anything new with the Karate Kid franchise, and it's so bloated that it doesn't have time to dedicate to any characters. For example, in the trailers, it's hyping up the return of Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, right? I think he's in the movie for 40 minutes. He doesn't show up until we're already halfway through the film. He has no connection to our main character. He does not form a connection throughout the film. He is just there for fan service. He is there because this is a legacy sequel, and this is what we do in legacy sequels. And he's not bad. Everyone in all the acting in this movie is fine. Jackie Chan is a national treasure. Jackie Chan can do no wrong. Ralph Macchio is great. The new kid is great. Everyone's fine. It's just the script is so blah, it doesn't give them anything to do. And so they're just kind of standing around being charming, but when you actually, it's so paper thin. There's no layers, there's no depth, there's no connection. It's just going through the motions. So, as you can imagine, I just got more and more frustrated as we went. There was one subplot that I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere because this subplot never shows up in the trailers, where the Karate Kid, Lee is his name, Lee is trying to train a boxer who is the father of his crush, this ex-boxer, how to fight so he can pay off some loan sharks. Now this, well, that's new, right? The Karate Kid is the one who's training an older person? This is interesting. Yeah, but the movie is not really about that. And it's not in the trailer, so I knew this wasn't going to go anywhere. And lo and behold, it doesn't go anywhere, and we go back to the old stuff. So if the movie was about that, and we were able to develop that, instead of being so concerned with being some sort of big legacy sequel, we could have had something different. I don't know if it would have if it would have been any good, but at least it would have been different. So yeah, again, it does try some stuff, but it's just it's not very successful at it. I also thought the fight scenes were lame. I might be the only one that says that, but you know, just let the fights speak for themselves, especially the tournament. You know, we got training montages building up to a tournament. I'm a sucker for that sort of stuff. I get goosebumps almost every time, and they ruin it by like having these weird video game sound effects and things flashing on the screen or whatever. I'm like, just let me watch the fight. And it's editing so much I can't tell what's going on in this fight. Who's winning, who's losing? It's just the screen's just flashing colors at me. If you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So why can't he be like the other ones and just let the fight speak for itself? I don't need all this extra dressing. So yeah, I feel like the people in my theater that clapped just wanted to see a Karate Kid movie. And they got one that hits all the beats, that does all the stuff a Karate Kid movie normally does. And so there you go. But, you know, I've seen a Karate Kid movie. I've seen two of them. And they're okay, especially the 80s one. I don't need to see it again, but bad. So if you just really want to see a Karate Kid movie in the theaters, I guess you can watch this. But I'm not recommending this movie to really anybody. I guess you could check it out on streaming if you're really curious, but I honestly don't think it's worth your time. Maybe if you want to see Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan interact, but then again, you could probably just look up their scenes on YouTube once it's on streaming. Just watch The Karate Kid, the first one. It's a great movie. You know, it's not my favorite, but it's good. It's a good movie. Just watch that one. Or the one with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan. Those are both better options than this, and cheaper too at this point. So yeah, not a fan of this one, unfortunately. And those are my thoughts on Karate Kid Legends.